Donald Trump's mind is literally disintegrating before our very eyes. He was just on this really bad trip in the Middle East after receiving a $400 million bribe from Qatar. He's now in the Middle East, or was in the Middle East, where he made an absolute fool of himself. He made a fool of himself. And he truly, there's one clip in here where he just cannot speak. He can't speak. And at a time when CNN, I don't know if you're all aware of this because I'm sure most of you don't watch CNN. CNN is talking about Joe Biden and his mental fitness as if Joe Biden is still the president. Whereas we have Donald Trump with very real evidence here that there's something wrong with him. There's something wrong with him. But CNN is focused on Joe Biden. They're focused on a story from a year ago. And so here, and these are literally all just from the past day. These are just from the past day. It's just getting worse and worse. Here's Donald Trump. When someone mentions Queens, Donald Trump says, "I grew up in Queens." Will they be using that? Anyway, here you'll see.
And finally, Mr. President, we just signed also the naming rights of the New York City Football Club by Etihad.
Oh, good.
And we are spending over $800 million.
So where is
in
that?
Queens.
I know the area well.
Yeah.
It's right next to City Field.
I grew up in Queens. I know the area very well.
Right next to City Field.
Oh, that's great. Wow. That's where they used to fix the cars. And a lot of other things got fixed there. A lot of things. That's a great site. So how many people will that hold?
25,000?
25,000.
And is that primarily for soccer?
It's for soccer. And yeah, they'll do concerts there.
Will they be using that in the Olympics?
It will be available to be used.
Yeah,
if they
because it's prime,
Yeah.
you know, for some of the games.
The Olympics are going to be in LA, not in Queens. Okay? They're going to be in LA, not in Queens. Also, side note, how do you all feel about these leaders from a foreign country investing all this money into us? Like, I don't know how I feel about that. I don't think I like it. Donald Trump went on a tangent later about submarines.
Weapon, as you say. We're also doing very heavy on submarines. We have a lead on submarines that I don't think, unless you have a really, really stupid group of people, including the president, I don't think anybody can catch us on submarines. We have our submarine, in particular, the late model. We're 15 years advanced on the submarine. Nobody can even come close. It can stay underwater for 30 years. Think of it. The only reason it has to come up is for food. It doesn't need water because they have their system of water, which is they can stay forever. The only reason it has to come up is for food. Can you imagine? It could stay underground for underwater.
That's what I'm talking about. This sort of stuff, not we, but like the mass media, legacy media glosses over. This is not okay.
Water, which is they can stay forever. The reason it has to come up is for food. Can you imagine? It could stay underwater for years, going at fast speeds, to very fast speeds, but it has to come up once every couple of months for food.
Outrageous. Donald Trump, when speaking to the UAE president, tried explaining the word groceries to him.
Means jobs, because to me the most important jobs. I want jobs, and we have costs are way down. Groceries, they have a term, grocery. It's an old term, but it means basically what you're buying, food. It's a pretty accurate term, but it's an old-fashioned sound. But groceries are down, costs are down, eggs are down. They were, first week they were hitting me with eggs were up 200%. And now,
I'm not going to let him lie to all of us because none of that is true. Everything's up. Everything's up because of his incompetence. And that's what I mean is like, why are you explaining the definition of grocery? We don't think he knows the word. And then this was stunning when I saw this. Truly stunning.
just apprehended, as an example, the ISIS terrorist of the Albrecht Grab, the one that caused all of the problem, the one that Albrecht Grab, the one that caused.
He's trying to read, as we all know, he really can't. but I also just think he is like his brain is becoming mush.
Overgrad.
And then here he is just lying, straight up lying.
I can finish it off right now, sir. I said, well, I don't know. That's a lot. It's a lot of people. Well, these people are not good people, sir. These are not good people. You'll feel better about it. Well, they're not good people, but they're people, aren't they? And he goes, I said, you know what? Why don't you buzz them for a little while, and maybe after a day or two of buzzing them, they'll surrender. They don't know about surrendering, sir. Well, maybe they'll raise the white flag. They don't have a white flag.
It literally sounds like, it just sounds like your grandpa when you go and visit him. He's in his 70s, and you haven't seen him in a few months, maybe a year, and you're like, wow, grandpa's really different. There's something like grandpa's getting old. Grandpa's getting old. That's how this feels. It's like an old man just like talking nonsense repeatedly. And then a couple of days ago, Donald Trump struggled to get out of his chair.
Thank you. The ceremony has now come to
Yeah.
has now come to
There is something up with him. And he also could not remember the name of the people he was there to meet.
Boeing, and I don't want to hurt Boeing, but they are very late with the plane, and Qatar heard about it, and he's a great leader, and we were talking, and he said, if I can help you.
Qatar heard about it. He's a great leader. He couldn't remember his name. This is what I mean. Each one of these things, if it were Joe Biden or any other Democrat, it would be non-stop news. There would be panels about it, discussing it. Is the president up to the task of running the country? The president is clearly losing sharpness. But there's none of that. There's none of that. They treat this as if it's normal. It is not normal. And I'm just going to end with this, but Scott Bessent fell asleep while Trump was speaking.
Whole world watching when Saudi Arabia joins us, and you'll be greatly honoring me, and you'll be
Oh my God. Fast asleep. Fast asleep. That's the only way he can get peace, is when his eyes are shut, alone, at home, dreaming. Oh, Scott. Okay, thank you so much for watching. If you liked the video, please hit like in the video. If you're not subscribed, consider subscribing, and I will see you next time. Thanks so much.